Hello, everybody. How are you today? This is my Wednesday morning episode on a new podcast, Sharing Moments with Carin, and it's brought to you by StormTalk365Radio.com. This is where I share bits and pieces of past or present moments of my life or things I've learned. The goal is always for us to find lessons, to have helpful information, and to increase our joy in life. Today's topic is do it for tomorrow. You might think that I'm talking about not putting off till tomorrow what we could be doing today, about procrastination, but you would only be partially correct. We're probably all guilty of putting off doing things that we know that we should be doing. Some might not matter so much if not done right away. Maybe it wouldn't matter if it's not done at all. But as we practice being late in doing things, it can become a pattern. Like putting on sunblock. That's not a random topic. I'm going to tell you about a situation. We all know, or we should know, that it's important to protect our skin from the sun's rays. And if we don't protect, then we risk getting skin problems, maybe even skin cancer. I always figured that I'd be fine without slathering my skin with sunscreen, not being out in the sun very much at all, except of course when I go swimming. And then when I go swimming, then I do put the sunblock on. Can anyone relate to that logic? Completely unrelated, I thought, I began getting age spots on my arms and a funny-looking dry spot on my forehead. I accepted the age spots since I'm considered a senior woman now, and I just made sure I put on extra body lotion on that little dry spot. And I did that every night. And this went on for a while. But it didn't go away, and I began to notice a change in that spot. It was beginning to look different. So I went to a dermatologist to get it looked at, not really thinking anything of it. To my surprise, she needed a biopsy, and so she proceeded to rip a chunk of skin out of my forehead. That did not feel good. During the next few weeks, my wound healed, and I had another appointment with the results. So, a few weeks. During that period, I regretted not taking better care of myself. I fought off feelings of worry and dread of the test results. Human life is so fragile and temporary. I just hoped that I had not put off doing something that seemed simple at the time, but now it seemed it could be very significant. Something simple I could have done, especially as a habit that would have lowered my risk of skin damage and lowered the risk of skin cancer. My mind struggled not to travel to scary places and ugly, ugly possibilities. And it was on my face. You know how women are about their appearance. I prayed to the Lord about it. Well, many of us know a friend or loved one who has suffered from a terrible disease or an illness. We have an idea of the levels of pain and suffering a person may experience. What can we do for them? We pray faithfully for their healing. We spend quality time with them and we listen. We help out where we can. We also do these things for those close to them, their caretakers. Well, thankfully, I learned that what I had was precancerous, meaning it could eventually have developed into something worse, like cancer, if nothing was done now to prevent it. Precancerous. Well, they did a procedure that essentially froze that spot, rendering it harmless. I'm not going into technical words. And I'll have a small scar as a reminder to take care of myself, to demonstrate my gratitude for what my Creator gave me, my body, by protecting it when and where I'm able to. And thankfully, I wear bangs, so it's not like anyone's going to notice it anyway. I got off easy that time. And the age spots, they're likely because of sun damage. This is just one example of the many choices, big and small, that we have in life. And our decisions can derail or postpone our fulfilling our purpose in life. So what we decide to do today or not to do can affect not only our path, but also the path of our children for generations. Bumps along the way will happen, some that are out of our control. Bad things can happen to good people, but some things are within our control, depending upon the choices we make, and those are the ones that we need to make decisions about. Do any of you listen or watch Charles Stanley with In Touch Ministries? I watch him on television on Sunday mornings before I go to church. In one of his sermons, he said, "Today is the father of tomorrow." And isn't that true? Today is the father of tomorrow. Maybe today is a good time to evaluate what we're sowing into our lives. Other people are watching us. Maybe how we sow or the decisions we make are influencing others. They're watching us. These others are likely our loved ones, our family, our friends. We know so much more important than keeping our body healthy is to have a relationship with the Lord for today and for our future, and to be an influence for the future on our children and families, and that would be for generations to come. Just think about it. Today is the father of tomorrow. Maybe we can set a goal today to do it for tomorrow. Make those good decisions and be an example for others. And strive for good health, spirituality in our heart, our mind, our soul, and our body. Maybe we can develop a pattern of good decisions daily. We can sow patterns of good health into the lives of our children and their children, and so on. We can encourage them and help with opportunities when possible to become the best that they can be. The possibilities are endless. I am so thankful that I had a good outcome, and I intend to maintain that goal of good health from now on. Well, I hope that you enjoyed today's episode on Sharing Moments with Carin. This is Carin Jane Casey on StormTalk365Radio.com. Sharing Moments with Carin is available every Wednesday morning at 7, where we explore past and present moments to find lessons, entertainment, and joy in life. You may be aware I have 2 other faith-based podcasts, and that would be Turn to God with Carin, every Monday morning at 6:30, and that's essentially about overcoming life challenges, and Abundant Living with Carin every Tuesday morning at 7, where we share the good news of Jesus. You can Google any of these podcasts by name and go to StormTalk365Radio.com, or you can go to Carin Jane Casey on YouTube. Please visit my website, CarinJaneCasey.com, CarinJaneCasey, where you'll also find my books, My Dear Rosa Jean, my first novel, which is very suspenseful and dramatic, and it shares about overcoming and healing. And then Mystery at Candace Bay. It is a page-turner, entertaining while encouraging. Granny Babysits the Mischievous 5. That's a fun children's chapter book, not only for kids, but also for grown-ups. My books are available at Amazon.com and Kindle. Well, thank you, and have a very blessed week.